The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys? Yeah!
Go Cowboys!
Blowing out of the backfield, exploding down the sideline.
This is Hangin' with the Boys, presented by Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. Now, your hosts, Nate Newton, Kurt Daniels, Jesse Holley, and Shannon Gross.
Thursday! Welcome to the show. You're looking live at Tostitos Championship Plaza outside Ford Center at the Star Frisco, where it has finally stopped raining, but boy, did we need it. It is 76 degrees. The high today is 81. The low tonight is 67. And...
he is Shannon. You don't even have grass. What do you need the rain for? That's Shannon. He is Nate. This is Kurt. I am Jesse Holly. That's Chris Beam in the back. Together, we make Hanging with the Boys, the sports talk equivalent of Braille. People
feel us.
We need
when
for
we speak.
Cook to be on them wings, boy.
Oh, yeah.
Real
Thank you
this
for
week.
reminding
There you go.
Each and every day, our show is brought to you by Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings.
Come on, man. We need you to go for 25 yards or
Thanks,
more.
Nate. Thank you. How you guys doing today? Good? Good?
Good, man. Took my vitamins.
Think I can make this?
Let me see. Let's see.
What do you think? Oh, that's bad off. Good Lord. Way off.
NBA season has started.
No, that's that strong hand.
That is.
That's that strong. That's that strong. That's that strong.
Watch out. Watch out.
It's going in the wrong direction. It's usually going in the other direction. When he goes out that way, the projection
Watch
that it
out.
goes out in.
Oh, man. All right, Thursday. Yeah, it's been raining a lot. Rained a whole lot, but what do you mean I don't have grass?
You got grass? You live in an apartment, right?
Yeah, I live in townhome.
Yeah,
condo.
you don't have grass. You got a little.
We got bushes. Yeah, but they're not mine. If they burn up, the HOA pays for them, so it's fine. But yeah.
Speaking of, that's a touchy subject.
Did you get a car?
No, not yesterday.
Did you look?
No.
Oh,
no.
I thought you were going.
It's like a weekend thing. You know.
Oh, okay.
You gotta have time.
That was a fake thing. That boy.
No.
Was so tight.
No.
He got skin like a seal.
No. Speaking of, is there any worse people on earth than the HOA?
I was going to say, you're about to offend somebody.
Like,
yeah,
who
I can name a few.
Like, who volunteers to do the HOA duties? Like, who really said that in their life? Like, you know what? I volunteer to be a community snitch.
Trip.
Usually it's a company. Like ours.
But those companies eventually turns
into the neighborhood people. They
yeah.
usually hire the people in the neighborhoods.
Oh, y'all know, Chris, are you head of your HOA?
I am not.
Oh, I'm about to say. I'm about to get on your head, boy.
My HOA is out of control sometimes.
Oh, make sure your garbage cans are all the way to the back.
Don't put them out before this time.
Yeah.
If you have to go to work at 3 in the evening and you don't get off till 2 or 3 in the morning, it'll be put your garbage can out right before you
leave.
Yeah, don't and they try to put people in these bad spots and then they want to fine you and hold a lien against your house. I'm like, and then you find out that the people that's holding all of this against you, they buddy with the guy next door and he never got a letter.
Never.
Come on, man.
Your bushes are a little bit too
high. Yes.
Come on, y'all.
You should always trim your bushes, though. Don't let your bushes get out of control.
Every Thursday. So I'm good. I
know in the trailer park, they don't care.
The trailer park.
If you bushes.
No, it's some trailer parks.
I've
been in some trailer parks that is immaculate. Every trailer park ain't the same. Every trailer park ain't the same. I'm telling you. Huh?
I ain't the only one.
No, I don't go anymore.
I don't
anymore. Early in my career, I met this chick. I'm like, oh, where you live at?
Double
I
wide.
live over here. Oh, okay.
Nothing wrong with it.
The human.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something.
All right, we're about to get in trouble.
That double wide get
Let's
the
talk about
jumping.
football. Let's talk about football. All right, how do
The wind ain't blowing. Why is the trip?
got a bad wheel?
I don't hear the tornado. I don't hear the tornado sirens.
One of the cinder blocks broke.
Why is that double wide?
Why is that when that fat guy come in the trailer always get lopsided?
All right, football. How do they stop these receivers, or can they stop these receivers? You got Cooper Kupp that just came back, right? Mm-hmm. Luka Nuka
Puka
is
Puka Nakua.
in the absence of Cooper Kupp. acted like Cooper Kupp, and he's still
Cooper
acting
Kupp.
like Cooper Kupp. Yeah, Cooper Kupp Jr.
Yeah.
And then you
2.0.
got Tyler Higbee, which ain't bad, and
Nope.
then Atwell, that's
2-2.
not bad.
They got a Puka, a Cooper, and a Tutu.
That's
All of them
name.
got one thing in common. They
Sounds
would
like
catch
something
that
from a
ball.
Mario movie.
That's a what?
Sounds like something for the Mario movie.
Yeah.
How do you defend that? Or
In Wolverine, I'm telling you, the movie Wolverine, Origins of Wolverine, that lady says this wide receiver's name, Puka. What? Nakua?
Nuka?
Yeah, look,
How do you
I'm
pronounce
serious.
his last name?
Nakua.
Nakua. I'm telling you. She said she comes close to saying that. I'm like, this lady better not have made her baby after this movie.
The way he's playing, he might be an Origin of Wolverine. he might be of the X-Men variety.
How you stop him?
Good coverage.
No, you got to get to
Nice pass rush.
You got to get to Matthew Stafford.
Yeah.
You have to get to Matthew Stafford. That is the beginning of the end of what this offense is. They had a running back, Kyron Williams, who got hurt. He's out. Excuse me. Before he got hurt, I mean, he's close to 500 yards rushing. Yeah. So now they're kind of running back by committee. They got the two backup kids, Freeman and what's the other guy's name? Evans. Yeah. And so they're kind of running back by committee. Those guys had 60 yards apiece last game. But you look at what they have up front on the offensive line, not the greatest offensive line. They have some trouble with their guards. They have some trouble with the center. The way that you get at this offense, the Rams offense, because McVay is one of those. He's in that conversation of the young, hotshot, innovative mind creators, thinkers of the offensive coordinators in the National Football League. You talk about McVay and Shanahan and Mike McDaniels, and those guys are kind of in that bubble, right? And what they do, and we've seen Matthew Stafford for a lot of, he's a local guy, right? Mm-hmm. But we've seen Matthew Stafford for his time that he was in Detroit. We played against him with the Cowboys. He still has the arm talent. Mm-hmm. That's the thing about, we thought after the injury that the arm wouldn't work anymore. It's still there. Yeah. He still can throw the football. The biggest thing about what these guys want to do, you're going to see a lot of 11 personnel. For those that don't know what 11 personnel is, 3 wide receivers. 1 back, 1 tight end. That tight end is going to be Tyler Higbee. Now, with Tyler Higbee, I understand with what McVay is doing, right? He leaves him in there at all costs, but it cost him in the running game. He's not a really good blocker, but it kind of makes sense because, all right, we want to set up the fact that you don't know when we're going to run or pass with Tyler Higbee. Because if he comes out every single time, then you kind of get a beat on what we're going to do as far as run or pass. So they leave him in there in the run game, and he's not the most willing and able blocker. Really good in the pass game, but when it comes to blocking, not so much. The thing is that if you can get to Matthew Stafford, if you can get him off his spot, if you get his eyes from down the field, you got a chance. But if he has time to sit in that pocket, and I love the way that they have these 3-level type things, right? They're going to attack you deep, right? They're going to use the vertical portion of their playbook. But when you brought back Cooper Kupp, Cooper is a guy who can run all the routes. And Puka can too, but Cooper. There we go. Cooper, I get it. Cooper, he is the daddy of the running of the routes of this crew, right? So he's going to run the option routes. He's going to run a lot of the routes where he gets you going one direction, come out the other direction. He's going to get you, underneath, all right? And that's been his MO for a very long time. And then you add in Tutu, who they're going to move around. They're going to use his vertical speed, and then Puka is the receiver that they're looking at and saying, be big, be strong, be athletic. The 2 outside guys, Puka and Cooper, aren't fast guys. Like, they're not, when they line up, you're not thinking to yourself, oh boy, we better get out of our back pedal because they're going to run by us. They're not. Tutu will get up on you and accelerate. But the 2 outs, the 2 main receivers, 17 and 10, Cooper and Puka, they will route you to death. And Matthew Stafford still has the arm ability to throw it intermediate, throw it deep, throw it underneath. And if you give him time, you're going to see a lot of the routes. If you notice, more routes are being run in the middle of the football field than ever, right? The digs, the deep overs, everyone's trying to do these shallow cross meshes, the option routes. All these things are now being put into play more so than ever, because what it does for the quarterback is it gives me a view right in front of me, right? The reason why, and this is, we'll get more into this probably tomorrow. There is a reason, if you look across the landscape of the National Football League, the outside of Miami, there is a drop in the overall deep passing plays, the explosive plays down the football field across the league. It's a league-wide thing. It ain't just a Cowboy thing. It's a league-wide thing. The number has dropped because teams have basically said, because as the league begins to evolve with all the speed and all that kind of stuff, we ain't gonna let y'all run by us no more, right? So a lot of teams aren't playing man-to-man coverage like that. You're seeing more too high safeties. So how do I defeat now teams playing too high safeties 20-plus yards off the line of scrimmage? Well, now I have to run deep in routes, dig routes, see those shallow overs, because that's the area of the field between the linebacker and the deep safeties. I have to be able to attack that area behind the linebacker in front of the safeties, because they're not giving us the down the field passes anymore. Those are coming few and far between, right? If you have to catch one to really get it there. But what you see more than ever now is you see guys catching the ball in that middle of the field and then maybe coming out the backside or using speed to kind of, win on the front side. But you're seeing more so now the deep overs, the ends, the digs, the option routes in the middle of the football field, because those are the routes that are right in front of the quarterback's face, and that what the defense is now giving up. This team runs those routes really, really well. And if you give Matthew Stafford and McVay the opportunity to draw it up, what they always say, what beats a perfect defense? Damn good offense. And he has the arm to do it.
Yeah. Nate, Kurt has a great stat. This is your area of expertise. The Rams O-line has allowed the ninth lowest pressures, or ninth fewest pressures, or 18.4%. And they're tied for sixth in longest pocket time, 2.5 seconds. Are they good?
They're good offensive line, but that's when, how should I say this? Because they don't really have a running game. They're a good to average offensive line.
Okay.
Average to good offensive line. They play well together. Their coach, going back to what just is very, very creative. So they move their quarterback. And tell me if I'm wrong, they move their quarterback.
You wrong? No, I'm playing.
They move their quarterback around a little bit more. He ain't gonna stand in one place and make it happen. And those two receivers are mid-range, short to mid-range guys, so they can get the ball out. So they get a lot of help through their quarterbacks and wide receivers being who they are in the head coach, because the running game is not there. They're a good offensive line. But they've given up 18 sacks now. They've given up 18 sacks. So you can get to them. You can get to them. They've given up 18. That's why I'm kind of hesitant to say that they're a great offensive line. They're just a good offensive line.
The scheme helps them.
Yes.
The scheme. I think Sean McVay understands when you have a struggling offensive line, the last thing that you want to do is set them up for failure by calling a bunch of 5- and 7-step drop stuff.
Yes.
Calling things that require receivers to take a lot of time down the football field, right? Greater developing routes down the football field. Because you understand that, hey, if we're struggling, the best way that I can kind of overcome that from a schematic standpoint is, one, I have to try to establish a run game just to keep the defense at bay. Yep. And then 2, I have to be able to get the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick. And Kurt, if you can, I know you're really good at looking up those quarterbacks, getting the ball out of their hands, just where Matthew Stafford is with getting the ball out. But McVay does a really good job with this. And this is, how much time we have? We'll get to this on the other side.
All right, let's take a break, and when we come back, Cowboys defense, some more Rams offense on Hangin with the Boys.
Fall is here, and that means football is back, bringing all the delicious game day foods with it. As you prep for all the big games, tailgates, and watch parties, let Yo Quiero be your one-stop destination for all things home gating. Yo Quiero's fresh, flavorful, ready-to-serve guacamole, made with real Hass avocados, will score taste bud touchdowns as you cheer on the Cowboys. Yo Quiero's wide range of mouth-watering and versatile products can be found in your local grocery store's produce or deli section. Grab some today.
Star Sports Tours is the only official fan travel partner of the Dallas Cowboys, offering exclusive game weekend travel packages with pre-game sideline access and photo ops with current players, cheerleaders, and Cowboy legends. You want to stay at a team hotel, attend the best tailgate party in Texas, tour the Star, and talk X's and O's with me, Everson Walls? With Star Sports Tours, you can. Visit cowboystravel.com to book your travel package today.
SeatGeek has your back no matter what kind of Cowboys fan you are. So whether you're a diehard fan or a don't really care fan, a we got 'em next time fan or we'll never win again fan, a here for the tailgate fan or a first one through the gates fan, SeatGeek not only makes buying and selling tickets easier than ever before, they made just about everything else easier too. So whether you're a here every week fan or haven't been here in years fan, SeatGeek has you covered. Download the SeatGeek app today. SeatGeek, your ticket to great Dallas Cowboys seats.
How's Wingstop sound? Crispy, juicy, classic wings. Made to order, cooked to perfection. And sauced and tossed in those 11 soul-satisfying flavors. Paired with hand-cut seasoned fries, house-made honey mustard, blue cheese, or signature Wingstop ranch. And of course, spicy Cajun fried corn. I think you've heard enough. Get your flavor delivered at wingstop.com.
Back to Hangin' with the Boys.
Put the phone,
lasted a minute.
put the phone down and put it on record. Let me see how many pumps you can get in a minute.
Stop, you're alive.
Welcome back to the show. The second segment brought to you each and every day by blockchain.com. Thank you, blockchain.com. Sorry, we were having an off-air conversation, Chris.
We should all do that.
I said go.
We should all do that tonight when we talk about off the air.
Wonder how much of that got on the air. Oh,
Put the phone down in this, and then we just all report back tomorrow. 60 seconds.
I'm going to have to go out tonight and go to the trailer parks.
Jigsaw.com.
We need a mobile home. What's our?
We had the RV people back in the day.
What's our RV? We still have those guys? Which sponsor was that?
We ain't got this.
Hey, let's go. Hook it up, Funtown.
We hook it up. We hook that thing up the Nate's truck.
Come on out.
Get some Wingstop
Man,
going. Trailer park.
that's what I'm talking about.
RV, let's go.
I'll take you all the way to Mexico, but I ain't going to be involved. I'll just drive.
Load me up with some Miller Lights. And
Yeah.
Let's just go. Let's just drive.
You get a 100 piece of that. What's that hot lemon?
Oh, that cowboy flavor?
Cowboy flavor?
Half
Man.
cowboy. I mean, half.
Trailer parks be jumping, man.
What is it? Half hot and half
lemon pepper?
Half buffalo and half lemon pepper. Yeah.
Oof.
That sounds really good.
You pull up and you swing that door open and you say, wing, and you go that, you crack a couple of Cody's open.
That wind's downhill.
Man.
I ain't going to be involved in that one.
Yeah.
But every time y'all come out of that one,
Yeah. Man, trailer parks be jumping, man.
Oh, man. This RV is the equivalent of Braille. Yeah. Walk up in here and you feel us. All right.
wow.
Football. Cowboys defense.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Hold on. Let's finish up. I got questions for what you were talking about.
Yeah. Sorry.
You were saying.
Hold up. Kurt got a question.
Yeah.
Hold up.
You're saying, one, Stafford's time to throw by next gen stats is 2.68 seconds, which is right behind Dak Prescott at 2.63.
Okay.
So we know it sounds like both teams are getting the ball out quick.
Yep.
So why why is Matthew Stafford's 7.6 yards before catch the best in the league, and Dak Prescott's 4.9 or whatever it is, one of the worst. I mean, are they doing something different schematically? Why are they still getting deep shots?
Their receivers actually win at the line of scrimmage.
Oh, okay.
Their receivers actually get separation. When you watch Puka and you watch Cooper Kupp, even Tutu Atwell, jokers ain't jamming them up the line of scrimmage. They're just not. So you're able to get the ball off in a space, in an area that receiver has created the separation. Our receivers are struggling getting off press and struggling getting down the field. Theirs aren't. Like I said, the problem with some of their, I guess, a lack of success, if there's, you can say that in the passing game, is that the offensive line gets a little bit leaky. And so Matthew Stafford has to kind of improvise and scramble and stuff like that. But when they're good, when Matthew Stafford gets time, you watch on Sunday. If we're not able to get hands and disrupt those dudes at the line of scrimmage, we're going to be in for a long day in the passing game, because their ability to create separation, win at the line of scrimmage. Cooper Kupp is one of the best. He's in that category with Amari Cooper, with Keenan Allen, those route runners of the league, Stephon Diggs, those dudes. Yeah, you put Cooper Kupp in there, and Puka is learning from Cooper Kupp. So I'm not putting him in that category yet, but
he done learned.
Yeah, but
he done learned.
But Cooper Kupp is one of the best at the line of scrimmage, at the top of his breaks, being able to shake guys off and create separation.
Okay,
that would be my answer to your question.
That sounds like a good answer.
Thank you.
What's your other question?
Will
That's a question.
Raheem Morris, the defensive coordinator of the Rams, go back 2 film sessions ago and say, my guys maybe ain't as good as these guys, but can I put my hands on our guys? So,
yeah,
that's what's scaring me more than anything.
And so to what you asked and to what you're saying, I said something on my show yesterday, Unfiltered with Jesse Holly. You can find that on YouTube. But I talked about the Cowboys and the coaching, and it's just time to get going, right? Like we've come to a place where we got to get going.
Crossroads.
This is we got to get going, and then sometimes the Lord, thank you Lord, He sends confirmation to what you're saying at times. And as I'm getting dressed and getting ready to come, over, I hear, stop.
I don't know why the conversation we had at the beginning of the show just popped in my head.
And I hear former Pittsburgh Steelers Super Bowl winning coach Bill Cowher talk about, when you get to this point of the season, week 7, week 8, he says, this is when coaches really begin to coach. He said, this is when coaches really become who they are. He said, because you now have to coach. Because whatever your plan is, it's out there. There are 4, 5, 6 games of what you do that are out there. Your team, if not tragically done up by injuries, are who they are. So now what makes you separate from the pack? It is your ability to get these guys in the proper space and place. It is your ability to get creative in the scheme that you already have in place, to challenge your players, to challenge your other coaches, because you're getting to that separation point. And the good coaches are able to really motivate the dudes on their teams to say, and the word that he used was to make everything personal. He said that's what the good coaches do at this juncture, because you're not changing anything now. You're tweaking. Everything that you're doing now is tweaking. You're not changing. Maybe you add a player, maybe you to be a trade and all that kind of stuff. He said, but who you are as a team is everything right now. And once you kind of get past your bye, everything from that point on is who can motivate their dudes the best, who can get their guys to take every single practice and every single game personal, and who can be the best coach in tweaking their game plan each and every week. He said, because sometimes guys get a little bit tired with the game plan. you get tired with the game plan or so many game plan that you have to do. How can I keep the attention of my team? The good coaches are able to do so. The really good coaches are able to do so while tweaking their offense or their defense. And the really, really great ones that compete for a championship, they can keep guys motivated, tweak their scheme, and then add a little bit of sugar and sweetness to their system, as they get on in the season. He said, but this is the point in time where coaches really begin to have to coach when you get into that 6th, 7th, 8th week of the season.
So the Cowboys on defense have 10 takeaways in the first 4 games, and they only have 2 in the last 2. Is that just, Nate, a law of averages, or is that something to be concerned about? Like, what's going on with the takeaway department?
Those things come in bunches. Teams practice them, like the Steelers have been known for that forever. But teams are weary of that. When they play the Cowboys, one of the first things high on their poll is don't let them take the ball away. So they're conscious of it. And you have to be. It's a little bit of luck. It's a lot of technique, and you have to always be playing for it. But they come in bunches, and then sometimes it just dries up on you. But it's something that a lot of teams are good at, and the Cowboys are good. It'll start falling back in place. They just got to believe that they can get there and make it happen.
So you're not worried about it?
Nah, not right now. I will after this game. I will be.
We good.
I will
right
be.
Now,
yeah.
Until this week.
The Rams have 2 great impact players, and I think they have 2 great defense and offensive coordinators. And they can move players around. They're going to see the film. Raheem Morris, I just everywhere I go, I'm talking about this guy. He don't have the talent, like Jess said. He don't have the talent like he had from the other team, but this guy can still make adjustments. He still know how to tweak this thing, like Jess was saying. And it's going to be a challenge, man. They're going to pick their poison when they're going to come up and try to press us, and they're going to give us some different looks. And our receivers got to be on board, and our quarterbacks they got to be in sync. And it's time to get away from trying. Like Jess said, it's time. We can't try. It's no more, let me try to get this ball to this guy. You got to get a ball to your playmakers now. Every team that we talk about, notice we never talk about, this guy may do this and this guy, we waiting on this guy, that guy. It's like we're talking about 2 guys, 3 guys for the Rams. The Tutu guy, the Puka guy, and Cooper Kupp. I mean, now the tight end, like Jess said, they got him doing too much. They just got this kid doing too much till he about to lose interest. But I'm serious. He don't want to be blocking. Is I'm lying? He don't want to be blocking.
He don't want.
And he's trying to show them in every way he don't want to block.
He don't want He don't want no parts of that. Like he is so disinterested when it comes to blocking. It's sick.
We have 3, maybe 4 playmakers on this team and have not utilized them. CeeDee Lamb, Tony Pollard. I think Fergie is up and coming. Jess may.
Yeah.
I think those are the 3 guys that we got to get the ball now. And why did we get Cooks? We got to start letting this dude blow the top. This dude ain't gonna drop the ball. You can't overthrow him.
Like, think about this, right? We are 4-2. He played in 5 games this season, right? Just think now. You brought this man in to be your
for one reason.
You brought him in to be your
reason.
Right,
yeah.
but to be your bona fide number 2 receiver.
Right.
Yes,
that has one great trick in his bag.
Right?
Yeah.
2 catches, 2 catches, 4 catches, 1 catches, 4 catches. In 5 games that he's played this year, he has 13 catches total for 109 yards.
What are his targets on there? His attempts?
No.
Pull that up, Kurt.
23 targets overall.
So,
and 13 catches.
And 13 catches for 100 and think about this.
How many CD have? Well, that's not a good barometer either, is it?
But in 5 games, your number 2 receiver has a game worth of AJ Brown in the last game, I think, had 11 catches for 147 yards and a touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
He's in one game. AJ Brown is almost done what Brandon Cooks did in the season.
No, look here, Cooper Kupp. Look, he's been back 3 games, right?
Yeah.
Check his numbers versus number 2.
Look at it.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, Gallup has 32 targets with 18 catches.
Wow. That tells you a lot.
See, and let me get this out the way for when you Xers or whatever y'all call Texers, before y'all just blast us for what we finna say. All of us love that kid.
Yeah. Who?
But Gallup. We all love him. He's a great human being. But I'm talking about winning games now. It is the difference. Coach Johnson said, "I'll come to your kid's birthday party every week, but I will cut you." Because one doesn't have anything to do with the other.
Right.
Yeah.
This is about performance on the field. He is not performing. It is time to perform, or we got to get somebody. Like Jesse, the real coaches finna tweak their team, and they're finna start this week. If you come back after a whole week off and 6 games, or 6 games, and you come back and
do the same
and we
thing?
running the same thing.
Do you have confidence that's going to happen?
No, that ain't happening. No, that ain't finna happen. Freaking Mike, your boy, Freaking Mike ain't finna do that.
No.
It's time to let the big dogs howl, man. I'm telling you, it's time to let them.
Cooper Kupp has 28 targets, 17 receptions.
In 3 games.
And how many yards?
295.
And got a touchdown.
And a touchdown.
Come on, man.
So he got basically 300 yards in 3 games.
12 of those are first downs.
Yeah.
And Brandon Cooks has had 2 full games more than him.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, he is.
All right, let's take our last break. Before we take our last break,
Puka's that's almost 800. He's like 787 or something like that.
Puka
Nacua.
Oh yeah, stupid.
I wish I could think of that thing name that's on Wolverine Origins. I really wish I could
We
think.
can look it up. We all got these nice new Lenovo computers.
ThinkPads. So shout out
these
to
ThinkPads.
Shout out to
The young lady was talking to him, Puka Nacua, and I'm telling you, it's almost the same name. I got to look at the origins tonight.
Puka's leading the league in catches. He's had 82 targets, 58 catches.
82 targets.
Yeah.
Wow.
And this dude ain't even a number 1 receiver. This dude just walked into the league.
He was what They're number 3 or 4 starting the season.
Yeah.
How do you walk into the season?
He has 82 targets. Lamb has 42.
How you walk into the league and just?
All right, before we go to break, I have some parting words going to the third break. Jesse, you have 2 8-year-olds sitting on the side of the table. You cannot pause that long after that word ever, because we ain't gonna be able to hold it together, and we ain't gonna let it slide. So when you need to think on. Before I was getting ready to pause or come up. Pause. You cannot do that. Just a word of advice. Don't do it.
The conversation we had before.
We'll be right back in the third segment.
I wish y'all was here to pay for this.
I'm Dak Prescott, quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys.
And they snap it to Prescott, who looks right. It's not there. He escapes left. He'll run for a first down.
Just like football, when it comes to crypto, it's important to have a team you can trust. With blockchain.com, I know I'm in good hands. Since 2011, they've been trusted by millions around the world to buy, sell, and trade cryptocurrency.
Prescott's going to run this himself. Run it up the middle, and he scores.
Whether you're new to crypto or an active trader, they've got you covered. What are you waiting for? Get started at blockchain.com.
How's Wingstop sound? Crispy, juicy, classic wings. Made to order, cooked to perfection. And sauced and tossed in those 11 soul-satisfying flavors. Paired with hand-cut seasoned fries, house-made honey mustard, blue cheese, or signature Wingstop ranch. And, of course, spicy Cajun fried corn. I think you've heard enough. Get your flavor delivered at wingstop.com.
SeatGeek has your back no matter what kind of Cowboys fan you are. So whether you're a diehard fan or a don't really care fan, a we got 'em next time fan or we'll never win again fan, a here for the tailgate fan or a first one through the gates fan, SeatGeek not only makes buying and selling tickets easier than ever before, they make just about everything else easier too. So whether you're a here every week fan or haven't been here in years fan, SeatGeek has you covered. Download the SeatGeek app today. SeatGeek, your ticket to great Dallas Cowboys seats.
James Wright here, your 2022 Dallas Cowboys Fan of the Year. You know how much I love my Cowboys, and I am thrilled to be talking to you about the 2023 Fan of the Year award presented by Captain Morgan. We're looking for the ultimate Cowboys fan to spice up the game. That means you eat, sleep, and breathe the Dallas Cowboys. If that's you, or if you know someone like me, then go to DallasCowboys.com/fan of the year and you could win tickets to Super Bowl 58 and so much more. Enter today.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
Welcome to the last segment of Hanging with the Boys, where each and every day we usually fall off the rails, but we started a little early today. But we are brought to you by, in the third segment, Jigsaw, the official dating partner of the Dallas Cowboys. And we are talking, among other things, Rams, Cowboys, and we hadn't talked a lot about Cowboys defense. So, Jesse, Kurt threw out a stat. Kurt loves PFF, as we all know. Nate's not a big fan of it. I don't know where you fall on that. But PFF, out of 84 safeties, they have Hooker ranked 33, Kearse ranked 77, and Dono ranked 82. Is that a legit stat? Or do you think they've actually done better than that, or do you think that's about right? Because we tend to think the safeties are...
thought they were strength coming in. Yeah.
And probably so far this year, you probably put them at a B- maybe for the season?
Nah, I'll put them a little lower than that.
A little lower than that?
Yeah, they're in the C territory.
C? Okay.
And I think for the most part, it's been on the shoulders of Jaron Kearse. Because he's been one of the guys that you've used in the box. He's been one of those guys. You know, Donovan Wilson started the year out hurt, so he didn't start he wasn't in those first couple of games. What was it, the calf injury, I believe it was? Yeah. And Jaron, he used to be kind of the tight end eliminator. You know what I mean? Like you would say, oh, we're not worried about the tight end because Jaron eliminates him. He hasn't been that very good in coverage this year. Now, maybe some of that has to do with the absence of Diggs and how other guys have to be deployed, but I think that's a good. They aren't creating the turnovers that they once did. You know, you read the stat earlier. It was 10 the first 4 games or whatever it was, and 2 the last whatever. So like the turnovers hasn't been, the interceptions aren't there like it was a year or so ago. And so some of that, the ability for teams to pass and run, and those guys are playing Jaron Kearse and Donovan Wilson more so than Malik Hooker. They're playing down in that box. They're playing the coverage guys. And so, yeah, I mean, I don't think that's a stat that's too far off for the way that they played this year. They need to play better. Donovan needs to play better. Jaron needs to play better. Again, Malik Hooker on the back end, the last line of defense. You always want more from, maybe more interceptions from a guy like that. But overall,
have their roles changed a lot since Diggs came out?
Roles change, or does the opportunity for them to make more plays? Like, see, when Diggs is out there, it's kind of like, that part of the field a little bit is going to be taken care of with a dominant player like that. And then when that guy kind of goes out, now the ball is more distributed everywhere, to where it might have just kind of been going to one side or to one certain part of the field because of that dominating player on the other side. Now it's just kind of, let's go wherever we want to go, right? Let's spread this thing out. And again, teams are looking at ways that they have to be better. Because when you play the Cowboys, you have to say to yourself, there is still number 11 on this defense. Right. So we have to still make sure that we protect our quarterback from him and also be able to get the ball out quick because he's coming, right? He's coming to rush the passer.
Thank you.
I just, fellas,
and ladies,
it's all about
listening.
Yes, the beautiful ladies out there.
He was just talking to us in this room.
Oh.
You know what has happened to our 2 safeties? It's called film. Everybody sees when you was an unknown Kearse and you was coming up doing this new thing, jamming up tight ends. Now everybody like, okay, let's see if he jam me when there's a ghost move on him. like the route runners. Let's see, could you run with me on this route? We know you can stop this little quick slant where they got to get it out. But can you get this double move to the inside and I jump out on a little fade? Can you open your hips and run? It's called figuring you out. Now it's time for them to figure the league out. Once the league catch up with you, you have to catch up with the league. That's why they had them old cross the hall meetings. So the linebacker coach, the tight end coach can go over there to these guys, Donovan, and encourage them, hey, man, these moves here kill y'all. We seen it, and this is how we'll get y'all. And so now they have to make adjustments. I think the Malik Hooker, I think he's going to be all right because he back there deep, and he can cover a lot of ground. It's just hard to cover two guys streaking down the hallway. You know what I'm saying? Two zone busters. It's just hard to cover that. But if he got to get to one side or the other, he normally can do that. He don't fall for a lot of the quarterback eyes looking one way and throwing another. He's pretty good at that. But Donovan Wilson and Curse, they're gonna have to be on their A game, and that is until next year because we don't have a corner like this kid that's out Diggs.
You want to play a fun game here? Last few minutes of the segment.
Sure.
I don't know how fun it'll be, but I think it'll be fun. All right, so everybody open up your Lenovo ThinkPads, okay?
I think it will be fun.
Open yours up, Nate. Unlock it. Passwords,
okay, how
right?
you do?
Passwords, right?
No, I was just hitting it before. If
I'll come help you.
There you go.
Kurt and Jesse do theirs.
Okay. Do I need to be on this?
Okay.
No, you need to. Yeah, you need to be on that. You don't even need to have your computer in here.
I don't have the information on this one.
Tell him he does not need to have his computer in here.
No.
Anymore.
No.
You don't have to have your computer in there anymore.
No, he doesn't need it in here. That's when we get these ThinkPads. They're branded. No, you should bring your computer because you're the stats guy. Right. All right, Jesse, is yours up?
I'm up.
All right, pull up the. God.
Mm-hmm. Let's go. Pull up.
All right, pull up your browser.
Okay.
And click up in that window, and then this is for all the shows. All the shows have these. I'm going to read off everything that's in the search history on this one. Can you see where you pull up the search history?
No,
all right.
Where is this?
I'll go first.
Who sat here before me?
I don't know. We're not going to call out names.
Okay.
We can figure it out.
This is going to be funny.
But the thing is, like, you don't know if it was the show before. Like, so I'll go, like, I very rarely open this. So, like, it could be somebody from
2 shows ago.
Yeah,
three
shows or a week ago. So mine is nothing too scandalous here. ESPN, Nick Eatman, Dallas Cowboys. Does Nick sit here in this seat?
He does.
Okay.
Yeah,
he can probably Google it.
He's checking himself.
Rams depth chart, Skip Pete, Rams defense.
Shout out to Skip Pete.
Huh?
Shout out to Skip Pete, former
Yeah.
Cowboys running back coach.
Love Skip
I was
Pete.
probably looking at the last time they had a running back coach.
He's their coach, running backs coach, isn't he?
For the Rams?
The Rams.
Sure.
No, Tampa Bay.
Tampa.
Oh, is he at Tampa now?
Yeah, he's at Tampa.
He was with the Rams, wasn't he? At some point?
Before he came to us.
Before he came to us. Okay.
Cowboys got their running back coach back. That may help their running game.
Oh.
He's back from health. He had a health situation. But go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, yeah. Who's that?
What's his name?
Blasco. Coach Blasco.
Yeah, Glasgow.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Blasco.
Welcome back.
Glasgow. Sorry.
Rams defense, Mississippi State Bulldog, singular, Dallas Cowboys trade deadline, and Cowboys draft picks all time. Now I'm gonna go help Nate. Read us yours, Jesse.
All right, mine's is I'm thinking it's supposed to be our LA Rams depth chart, LA Rams PFF, StatMuse, LA Rams depth chart stats, LA Rams, Dallas Cowboys NFL penalties. Kurt?
I've got, Rams depth chart, Brett Ripien from our lads. Let's see. Lucas Haversick. A lot of Puka here. Zach Thomas, there's one. Yeah, a lot of Ram stuff from somebody's rolling through ourlads.com, which is the roster and salary site.
That's basically.
Outside of that, yeah, it's just all Ram stuff.
What's yours say?
That's the Rams, ESPN football, NFL Jesus, offensive rankings, Rams depth chart, NFL defensive rankings 2023.
That's no fun.
ESPN.
I thought this was gonna be a lot more fun.
We all business on this side.
Yeah, we all business over here. Over here,
So fun.
we got Nick trying to figure out what his show is.
Yeah.
By the way, probably the first year or two, that I heard NFL Jesus, I thought it was spelled Jesus.
It's not.
No, it's
JS.
GSIS.
Yeah.
Oh.
Jesus.
Till I don't go there. This is why Kurt brings his own computer.
Yeah.
So nobody can look up his search history? I bet he's connected to the Star guest Wi-Fi too.
He got his own hotspot. He got his own hotspot. He's like, by the way, I need a hotspot.
Yeah. Hotspot.
Can I write my hotspot bill off?
That was very underwhelming.
There's somebody did a search of Dolly Parton. Here you go.
Oh.
Well, that's because she's the halftime.
Yeah.
Well, that was on Mix Shots because they want to know how old she was.
How old is she?
The same age as those guys on Mix Shots.
Yeah, let me
77.
search it.
77?
She's got it already. 77.
It's amazing for 77.
That's what money
She's
is.
doing
Money
the
is surgery.
halftime, and they had a live read for halftime.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. Man, this was
Salvation Army
disappointing
What did you
segment.
think was going to be on here? The work computer.
I did. Well, you know what?
One day I came in there and someone had Target up and had ordered 50 of Nick's books. I don't know if that was a joke.
That's funny.
That was funny.
That's a good one.
So Mickey has a book?
No, Nick's book. I'm sorry.
Oh, I think
Nick Eatman.
Oh, Jesus.
I don't know how to pull. Chris, you might have to come pull the internet back up on. Oh, here we go. There we go. All right, fellas. It was fun. Tomorrow, phone calls. Fun phone Friday. Fan fun phone Friday. Yeah. And then maybe we'll play some more games that are hopefully better than that. That's
I would hate to come to your house parties because your games have
awful.
not been.
It was awful.
Have not been.
You know what? Why don't you bring a game? You bring a fun game tomorrow. Bring something fun.
So we could be prepared. Are we dressing up for Halloween this year? It is on a Tuesday. We have a show that day.
On the shows?
Yes.
No.
Did you do it last year?
No.
I mean, we could do it.
No.
No.
Just asking.
We'll talk about it.
We're not gonna do it.
Come on, Jesse.
I already have a costume.
Are you gonna dress up, Chris?
Yeah, I'll dress up.
I don't
Must
believe
have a
it.
costume ready to go.
I'll dress
must.
to look like Shannon.
Chris has
Tight shirt.
Tight shirt. You gotta walk around like this. You gotta walk around and get this part of your form.
Get that beard growing.
Yeah.
All right.
All hard in the locker room is soft on the field.
Oh my God. Gotta go. Good seeing Nate. Good seeing you, Kurt. Good hanging out. Chris, thanks for keeping us on the air. Jazz, thanks for keeping Chris company. Is it Josh that puts these
Boy,
up?
Kobe said, I don't want him in my
Josh.
locker room.
Thanks, Josh. And we will be back. I still don't know what Will does. He doesn't do anything with the show, but you know what? Shout out to Brother Will.
Brother Will.
We
Brother
miss
Will.
you. All right.
Will.
See you boys tomorrow,
Hungry
Friday,
Will.
on Hanging with the
Hungry
Boys.
We out.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys?